Hey, Madon. Welcome back. Hour 3, Sammy, AM 1070, The Answer. See, you could do this for 24 straight hours. You know that. There's enough ammo out there to comment on. And it could drive you crazy. That's why we're the only morning show in America with an in-house psychotherapist. The lovely Jill Payne is here from the American Psychotherapy Association, which she's a member. She's also an author, a friend, and now she's doing Newsmax TV. She doesn't need us anymore. She's getting B.I.G. big. Hi, Jill.
Good morning, Sam. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great.
But you hear like these knuckleheads out there, and I don't know, they're still hating on Trump. They refuse to recognize Bill Clinton and every disgusting sex scandal from that Orgy Island and the rape allegations and what he did, and he exposed himself to young girls. And it's very frustrating, Jill. It can really drive you crazy. That's why we have you.
Yeah, well, that is conformative bias, and we all have that. So remember that they're going to see Clinton as their perception of Clinton may be different than yours or my perception. And so if it's more positive, they're going to only focus on the positive. And if it's negative, then they'll focus more on the negative. And that's confirmative bias. Because you confirm, yes, you confirm what you already believe. Although I wanted to talk about.
All right, no. What do you want? All right, you take it away. You're the guest. What do you want to talk
about?
Well,
we could take that away too. So I wanted to talk about normalcy bias, and that's basically we all have this. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because we've got this opiate so-called crisis that quote all of a sudden happened when in actuality, Sam, it's been going on since the late 1980s. You had the pill shops and so forth. So what's happening with not just that, the sexual harassment, which, quote, Sam, has been going on since there have been men and women. So this is what happens. So we want things to be regular, and we look at things in an optimistic way. So there's 3 things that happen in this. 1, people fail to question things. 2, they blindly, this is very important, they blindly obey authority. Okay? Now, they don't do all of them. They do one of these or all. And they fail to apply logic to a new set of information. So, again, when they were in that horrific shooting, someone said, that must be fireworks. Okay? And floods, how many people, I remember when Galveston was flooding, people stayed. That's not going to happen to me. That's just not going to happen. So this is the way people think, and it's normalcy bias. So this happens to a lot of people, and then once people realize it's happening, then of course they become angry and get all upset. And so again with the opiates, this didn't just happen. This has been going on for years, and then all of a sudden, now it's a crisis.
Well, Jill Payne joining us. It's when the media finds out about it, these weak, humiliated men, and all of a sudden when they find out about it, it's a crisis. It's been written about, hillbilly heroin, you name it, since the 80s. I can remember when it started coming into my neighborhoods and people were getting killed and stuff over it.
Exactly.
But it is out of control. It is affecting a lot of people.
It is, and that's why I got my license. Like I'm a licensed chemical dependency counselor, and I specialize in opiates right now. Because people that are on this, they're people like you and I, Sam, that we've had a back injury. Happened to a lot of baby boomers too, but we've had a back injury, and so the doctor gives us these opiates, and within 2 days we are addicted to it. And so they're very potent because they're both physically and psychologically addictive. And so what we need to do with our society is, 1, increase awareness and educate people, and then also have people that have group discussions. So this is how to solve the solution, because a lot of people are only listening to CNN, or they're only listening, to one station, and we need to open our eyes and listen to many different facets.
Jill Payne, our in-house psychotherapist. I got 60 seconds, but real quick.
Yes.
How difficult is it to get a man or a woman free of these opioid drugs? I mean, give us an idea. I don't, never been through it, but
it depends. I'm going to say it depends on their thought process and how willing they are to go through with the process. it takes about a year. And a lot of times, now everybody deals with them differently. The way I do it is not only do they come see me, I have them be put on mood stabilizers, or it depends on the person. Because usually when you get off of opiates, your mood tends to go up and down, and it gives the appearance of bipolar, even though you're not. So if you're put on mood stabilizer, it tends to help you to concentrate better and get better therapy. So everybody's different.
Can you do cold turkey if you're on if you have an opioid addiction?
And it depends on how long you've been on it. And I would advise people before they do anything cold turkey that they see a doctor.
God, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Our good friend Jill Payne, our in-house psychotherapist.
Well, it's affecting people in middle class now and upper middle class because of the pain pills. And the reason people are dying from it, Sam, it's very important. It decreases your breathing. So that's what happens. So your breathing just slows down and you stop breathing.
What's sad is, real quick, I got to run, but Sports Illustrated years ago wrote about the opioid epidemic with kids who play sports, and they hurt their, whatever it is, and the doc gives them these pills, and then the prescription runs out, and then they start searching for other means to get that high, so to speak, and it's horrible. That's horrible. Our good friend Jill Payne. Well, at least, how do we end on a high note? Oh, smile. We'll end up on a high note. There you go. There you go. That's why you got to watch this. She's on via
Well,
Skype.
there's hope, and the people that have come to me have all been successes. So I'm not going to say everyone's a success. It depends on your mindset and your support system, and there is a way out.
Good.
So that's the important thing. That's the high note. There is a way out.
There you go. Our good friend Jill Payne, our in-house psychotherapist, a member of the American Psychotherapy Association, and author, and now TV guest, as well as a friend of our show. Jill, have a wonderful, blessed week. We'll talk to you next Wednesday.
Yes, and keep on texting your wife. My husband does the same thing. We call him love text.
I love it just makes me smile. I'm in the middle of a meeting, and I look at my watch or phone, and there's a text from Princess. Have a wonderful day. Back in a second. AM 1070, The Answer.